Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I am getting ready. I have just entered in Gas City, Indiana. So this video will be about Gas City, Indiana. Now, Gas City, Indiana has a population of 5,698 people. The population has been growing by a rate of 0.2% as of 2020. Population density is 1,260 people. Now, where I'm driving right now, this is gonna be the main business strip of the town of Gas City. This is West Main Street, so I'm going to assume that this street is going to lead me into the downtown area of Gas City. So, if you're looking for some kind of excitement, then you can go to Indianapolis, which is an hour and 14 minutes away from here. Or you can drive an hour to Fort Wayne. If you're looking for a place that has slightly more amenities than what you'll find here in Gas City, you can drive 12 minutes into Marion, Indiana. 45 minutes into Wabash. I did a video of Wabash, go check it out. You can drive 37 minutes into Muncie or 38 minutes into Kokomo. Or 38 minutes into Anderson. Yeah, too. Anderson's also 38 minutes away. Now, the median housing prices here are $102,000. Now, if you're looking for a fixer-upper here in Gas City, you can probably find them somewhere in this city for maybe, I want to say, $30,000, 30-some grand, give or take. Now, I would say at the lowest, if you're looking for something that's at least moving condition, be prepared to spend at least $50,000. Now, if you want something that's decent, with a decent sized yard, house in decent condition, all that type of stuff, then you're going to be looking at closer to $90,000. As far as entertainment here in Gas City, you got the Gas City Museum/Welcome Center. You got the Walnut Creek Outdoors Park. And you got the Victory Lane Bowling Alley. Now, Gas City used to be known as Harrisburg. When the first set of settlers settled here on May 25th of 1867. No, actually, the first settler was Noah Harris, which is where the name Harrisburg came from, which is what this community used to be known as before it was changed to Gas City. Now, the reason why the name was changed to Gas City was because Gas City Land Company was founded here. It was founded on March 21st of 1892. I believe I'm outside the city limits right now, so in a minute here I will turn back around and go back into Gas City. But anyways, on March 21st of 1892 was when Gas City Land Company was found. And due to that business, the name of this area went from Harrisburg to Gas City. And at the time that the name was changed, Gas City, Indiana only had a population of 150 people. And basically ever since ever since the late 1800s, the population in this community has steadily grown. Now, right now, the population has grown very little. But I would say the years where most of the population growth went on was from the late 1800s to the 1970s. Now, another thing to note is, as of 2012, the gas was depleted here in Gas City as of 2012. I mean, Gas City, along with Hartford City, and a couple of smaller communities in this general area, were all part of a major gas boom that was here in this part of Indiana in the 1800s. So, along with the gas boom, you also had the beginning of the industrial era. So, communities like this during that era began to grow like wildfires. Okay, people, I'm going to turn down 10th Streets. So yeah, Gas City, like many other parts of Indiana, this used to be an old industrial city. Now, when I looked at some of the statistics about this city, when I done a little bit of research about this city, I noted, honestly, I was surprised that the population growth here was positive. Because in a lot of areas like this, the growth population is negative. Now, my guess is maybe you got people that are moving out here because they're looking for a community that's a little quieter than, let's say, Marion. But yet they don't want to be too terribly far from employment opportunities. Speaking of employment opportunities, oh, by the way, I'm going to go down Esmont Drive. E-A-S-T Mont Drive. But speaking of employment opportunities, I mean, there are jobs to be had here in Gas City. I mean, even though the population is small, I mean, here in Gas City, I would say one of the biggest employers is going to be Walmart. I mean, there's the Walmart distribution center here in Gas City. So, if you're somewhat in shape and you're able to pass their auxiliary test, then you can have a job at the Walmart distribution center. And I believe they pay like maybe $16 or $17 an hour, something of that sort. Now, it is hard work. and you will be on concrete all day. So like I said, if your health is iffy, you may not want to you may not want to apply if your health is iffy. But if you got some decent health, then go check them out. You can make some decent money. And housing prices here in Gas City, for the most part, isn't too expensive. I mean, right now you got the housing boom going on. So like in many other parts of Indiana, i.e. the country, finding a low price home is going to be a bit of a challenge. But during normal times in the housing market, housing prices here are relatively low. I mean, you can live a relatively decent life here in Gas City if you earn the right kind of money. Right now, I'm on North 5th Street, so I'm on the corner of North 5th and East B Street. So I'm going to assume that this is either the north end of the city or the east end, northeast. I don't know. From now on, when I do these kind of videos, I'm just going to name off streets, and you guys can sound off in the comment section of what side of town this is on, or whatever you want to tell other viewers about Gas City. Now, I'm going to assume this area right here is probably downtown. This is South Grant Street, so this is going to be, I'm going to assume the south end of the city, southwest end of the city, because up the street here you got West South A Street. See, over here is West North A Street. So this must be the north end of town. I don't know. Once again, I'm still speculating. And I'm getting ready to turn down North Grant Street. Oh, by the way, Gas City, Indiana is in Grant County. I'm getting ready to pass up West School. I'm not sure whether it's a high school, elementary, middle school. I don't know what school it is. Somebody can go ahead and sound off in the comment section on what type of school that is. Now, it looks like in a lot of these communities, people, for the most part, tend to take care of their property. Most of the yards are relatively neat and kept up. Like I told you when I first created this channel, when I first started doing videos in Indiana, if you're wanting to live somewhere in the country but are unable to afford it due to the cost of land these days, and due to the fact that that properties that are in the country are in high demand, so if you're one of those kind of people that want to be in the country but can't afford it, then communities like this are wonderful alternatives. Now over here you got the high school. It's I can't pronounce it. It begins with the M, but you got the high school that's here in Gas City. So the other building I passed up. And right now I'm on East North A streets. That's where the high school is at. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I'm going to butcher the hell out of the name. So the other building that I passed up earlier, which I told you guys to sound off about in the comment section, I mean, I'm going to assume that that school is probably in elementary school. Or it could be elementary and middle, something of that nature. Now, I can already tell right now that I'm going to most likely do a second video of Gas City. I don't know for sure, but I'm probably going to do a second video. Because like right now, I'm showing you guys some of the newer parts of the city, where the houses were built probably between the 60s to the 70s. And I would like to show you guys the older part of Gas City, to where a lot of your houses were built like in the 1800s and into the early 1920s. I mean, around here, I would say that a lot of these houses were probably built between the 60s to the 70s. Now I'm getting ready to go down North 6. I'm getting off of East North D Street. I'm going to try to get to another section of this community while I got enough time to get over there and do a decent tour of it. I'm going down South 4th Street off of East Main Street. And I'm getting ready to turn into an area where you got some older homes. This is East A Street. See if I can turn this around for you all a little bit. Whoa. Yeah, here's the older section of the city where you're going to most likely find your cheaper homes, if any are available. I mean, I'm still on East South 8th Street. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on south first. And now I'm gonna jump on west south B. I'm gonna try to give you guys a decent tour of this city in one video. That way I can move on and do another video of another area before it gets dark out here. Let's see if I can turn this around for you guys so y'all can see the houses a little better. See with this, I got a new phone stand, which is a magnetic one, and on this stand, I pretty much have to pre-adjust my phone before I start recording, because if I don't, then I'm gonna have a harder time readjusting stuff. So that's the only bad thing about this new stand. My other one gave out on me, so I had to get rid of it. Yeah, I got 3 more minutes or so. I got 3 to 6 more minutes of recording before I have to shut it down here. But yeah, this is the older section of Gas City, which even this side of the town doesn't look bad. I mean, like I said, for those of you that don't mind living outside the city, don't mind living outside the metro rather, I mean, there's a lot of small communities like this here in Indiana that you can come to. And you can buy your home for a relatively low price. Not as low as what you may have been able to do a couple of years ago, but lower than what you'll pay compared to, let's say, Fort Wayne or Indianapolis. Low to what you would pay compared to other parts of the country. Yeah, I mean, you know, out here you got kids outside, teenagers outside, just, you know, just doing what kids do. You got people out here walking around. Now, there's a few houses up the street here, which I'm still on East South D Street. Now, these houses up the street look like they're newer. They look like they're condominiums of some sort. Or two, they're just newer homes that have been recently built. Yeah, these homes up here that y'all see are most likely newer. Yeah, these homes are new. Yeah, these homes are probably built within the last few years or so. See, these homes around here are new. I mean, yeah, these are newer homes. Now, hopefully these people were fortunate enough to get a home that was built decently, because so many newer homes these days are complete garbage. So hopefully those people were able to get a decent builder to build their homes. Because I used to have a home in southern Tennessee, which at some point I will be driving around that area, doing videos in that area, and I will show you guys the home I used to live in, which on the outside it looks nice, but and it looks nice on the inside too, at least it used to when I was there. But beyond that, the workmanship was straight up garbage. My air conditioning ran out of Freon. You know, shingles started falling off the roof. Foundation had cracks all over. And then my neighbor, who had a house just like mine, that was built by the same people at the same time on the same, well, his house was right behind my house. And his house, I mean, he told me that one day he went to take a shower and the shower broke. And he damn near fell through and ended up in the crawl space. So, you know, that's the reason why. Let's see, looks like you got Fairview Apartments. These are senior citizen housing. I mean, for a second, I thought those may have been the projects, but they're for senior citizens. Yeah, in a couple minutes, well, probably in less than a minute, my phone is going to cut off. So I'm going to take this opportunity. Thank everybody for watching. And at this point, you know what you need to do. Subscribe, leave comments below, sound off about whatever you want to sound off in the comment section. Just be reasonable with it. Some thumbs up, you know what's up, you know what's popping. You know, your man here trying to get paid for this stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind coming out here and putting in work. So, thanks. I thank everybody for watching, and everybody have a blessed one. And I will see you guys on the next video.